What's going on, you guys? It is Corbin Stuckey of AB+Production, and this week I'm bringing you another camera tip. And the topic that we're going to be talking about this week is the pros and cons of filming in 4K quality. As time goes by, technology progresses, cameras change, and the resolution of those said cameras improves significantly. And over the past few years, especially on iPhones, we've been accustomed to filming everything in 4K quality. 4K quality is definitely a step up in terms of what we had 10 years ago. It's pretty serviceable for videographers and definitely beneficial even if you're not even exporting your video in 4K quality. Here at AB+, whenever we have a contract for a client, it says in that contract specifically that we have to at least provide a video to them that is in 1920 by 1080p. That is the resolution for HD quality. And even at that quality itself, it looks super nice. It's HD, it's easy to upload on YouTube, and it serves its purpose. It still looks pretty good. But if you want to go up higher to a better resolution, 4K is the next option, because 4K is actually 4 times 1920 by 1080. 4 times more pixel, 4 times more sharpness. There's definitely a lot of benefits to 4K. We're starting to progress now in this new decade where Blu-rays, where they were just regular high definition movies, are being upgraded to 4K Ultra. We're just reaching a point where movies are looking a lot better than they previously were seen in the cinemas. If you saw movies from like the early 2000s, you could kind of see that there was still a little bit of grain in the shadows and stuff like that. They still look good, but because of the technology in the past, it kind of limited the movies itself. But now with these 4K Ultra releases, movies are looking better than they used to. So yeah, let's talk about like why you would want to film in 4K if you're like a videographer. So let's say that I had this Chick-fil-A cup right here on this table. Like maybe I was drinking during this video. My mouth gets dry sometimes. But then I was editing the video and then I presented it to Ada or Selene, our marketing director, and she was like, oh, I don't like that cup in that video. That seems so out of place. And it's like, yeah, it kind of does seem out of place, like this Chick-fil-A cup. So let's say that like we just wanted to crop this image and we wanted to get rid of this Chick-fil-A cup. Okay, let's do that right now. So we've cropped the cup out of the image and you can see just my face. But what we had to do is that we had to scale the image to zoom in on my face. And for the most part, it looks okay. Like we've lost a little bit of resolution, but it looks fine for the most part. We're filming on a GH5 camera, so the quality is okay for what it is, for, you know, scaling in on my face. It looks pretty adequate for the most part, but you can definitely see that we've lost some resolution. So let's kind of zoom back out. So there's ways to go around this actually, and one of those ways is filming in 4K resolution. So I'm actually going to switch the camera settings to 4K quality right now. So you guys should notice a little bit of a change. The video should look sharper. It should look like it's just more defined. We are at 4 times the original aspect ratio resolution. So now that we have our Chick-fil-A cup still right here, we're gonna zoom back in on my face. Same scale, same settings as last time. And as you can see, we're scaled in. It doesn't really even seem like we've lost a whole lot of resolution because we're at that 4 times resolution. Like I'm very high def, very sharp. So yeah, this is actually one of the pros of filming in 4K. You're not losing a whole lot of resolution because it's just so high up. But I'm actually going to switch back to 1080p because I'm going to talk about the negatives of filming in 4K. So give me 1 second. Okay, so now we're back in the 1920 by 1080p resolution. And I wanted to switch back to the said resolution because there is a con to filming in 4K quality, and that is space on your SD card. So whenever you are filming in 4K or any type of resolution that's higher than 1080p, it takes up a lot of space on your SD card, a significant amount of space. And whenever you're like a filmmaker or a content creator, you have to have a lot of SD cards in your backpack or on the spot. So just in case if you run out of space while you're on set, or if you're with a client, you have a backup SD card to put in your camera and proceed with filming. So because you're filming in 4K, you're taking up 4 times the amount of space on your SD card than you would originally be doing on 1920 by 1080 setting. So that is a con to filming in 4K. You are taking up a lot of space. So what I would recommend to you, if you are deciding to film in 4K, if you want to be a little bit more professional and you just want to play it safe in terms of quality, I definitely would recommend getting a lot of SD cards like this and getting a little carrier to hold these said SD cards. I'm holding them upside down, but yeah, these are some SD cards. As you can see, I have a lot on me because I want to make sure that I have backups in case I go over the storage limits of these said SD cards. And yeah, you definitely just want to get like a carrier like this because, you know, you're going to be carrying like a lot of SD cards, so you want them all in one spot. You don't want to just like have them all separated like in a backpack or something and you're looking through all the pockets and you're like, oh my god, where's that SD card that held that specific footage? You don't want that, so just get this. Another option is just getting an SD card that has a significant amount of storage. There are options out there where we have SD cards now that go up to just 500 gigabytes, but they are pretty pricey. So whenever you get this kind of SD card, just know that this is an investment. Like, it's not just like a little card that holds your footage. This is a significant amount of money, and if you lose it, you'll have to buy it again, and it's a, you know, like, it's a lot of money. So you definitely want to keep that in consideration when getting an SD card to that magnitude, because yeah, it's pricey. But overall, I definitely like 4K quality. It definitely helps out when you're in scenarios like this, when there's a cup. But there's just a lot of things that you would need to be able to film in 4K quality. You need bigger SD cards, you need a computer with a good core processor and graphics card that can easily play 4K footage. So that's just things to consider whenever you're wanting to make higher resolution videos. And I mean, that's kind of a given actually. If you're wanting to make higher quality videos for commercials and clients, you're gonna need higher quality equipment to help you out with this. We're not being amateurs anymore, son. But yeah, guys, I definitely wanted to make this video. I had a question regarding this in the office, and yeah, there's definitely pros and cons to 4K. It's just like you need the proper equipment to do it. So I like 4K. It definitely helps you out if you need to just scale your image to a certain degree, and I definitely would recommend if you're like a videographer to film in 4K, because it just helps you out for sure. Just make sure that you have the right tools to do said quality. So yes, guys, that was my little camera tip for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below if you have any questions regarding cameras and qualities of videos and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much. I am Corporate Stucky of AB+Production, and yeah, thank you for watching.